Hey guys, so my question for you today is, are you more comfortable with the term being called a saint or a sinner? And I feel like in the church today, we are very uncomfortable calling ourselves saints. We really are we're just sinners, just saved by grace, just getting by. And I want to tell you that if you are in Jesus, if you're a Christian, God views you as a saint. You don't move in and out of forgiveness with God. Jesus purchased our sin at the cross, and he said, their sins and lawless deeds I will remember no more. But we are still stuck living under the law. And you may say, Marie, I don't live under the law. I don't obey all the Jewish customs. But what I'm realizing is the law in my life looks like this. If I have a devotion, is that equally as good as reading my Bible? Do I need to go to church on Sunday, or is it permissible to just watch it online? You know, every time a sign-up sheet comes around to serve or volunteer, I feel like I need to take that on because that's what good Christian girls would do. And let me tell you, that is living under the law. And Jesus came to set us free from the law. We are no longer bound under the law. There was a question I heard somebody say, how many sins does it take to be a sinner? And I used to would have said one, but now it is none. See, we're all spiritually born in Adam. We're dead in sin. We are dead. We are spiritually dead. And then when we come to Christ, we are made alive. So Christianity isn't a sin modification program, a behavior modification program. I feel like we think when we're doing really good things for God, we've moved up a peg in his book. And when we've done something wrong, we've been knocked down a peg. And that is just not true. Colossians says that we are found in him. And I have this little bumper sticker. Oops, hang on, let me show it to you. That I think is so awesome. We are in him. Here's what it looks like. It's actually the word him with an I in front of it. And it's such a picture to me that my life is hidden with Christ in God. And so when Jesus looks at me, he does not see my sin. When God looks at me, he does not see my sin. He sees Jesus. When I have sinned, he does not think I've moved down a peg. He sees Christ, perfect perfection. See, I think we come to Christ and we had this slate full of dirty stuff. And God took his eraser and erased the slate. And what really happened is God gave us his slate that is perfectly clean for all times. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't sin. I'm not giving you permission to sin. That's a whole other topic. But I just know as I'm walking out my identity and trying to parent my kids in their identity, that they need to know who they really are. So here's an example of something that happened at our house. My daughter Liza ate dinner and told me that she was done eating. She had cleaned her plate. And I said, sure, go scrape your plate in the trash. And when I looked, she had her napkin covering her plate. And I pulled the napkin up and there was a ton of food on the plate. So she had lied to me. My initial response in the old way I used to think would have been, Liza, what are you doing? You lied to mommy. You're being a liar. Instead, I caught myself and I said, Liza, let me see your plate. I said, you are a truth teller. So I want you to walk back around to the other side of the island. I want you to sit down, and because you're a truth teller, I want you to eat all of your food. And see, she rose up to that. You're right, mommy, I'm a truth teller. Because when I say you're such a liar, all that does is bring shame and condemnation. And Jesus says she is a truth teller because she knows him, who sometimes might lie. She is not a liar. So hopefully that helps kind of give you a practical example. If you are in Christ, you are fully alive. You are complete in him. Nothing you can do will make him love you more. You didn't do anything to get yourself into sin, and the only thing you did to get redeemed from your sin or bought back was believe. See, we keep trying to do, and God says it is done. You are free. Jesus came to set us free.